Per The Athletic, a new Super League in college football may finally be here. This is Locked On Big 12.
You are Locked On Big 12, your daily podcast on the Big 12 Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy breaking news, everybody. Welcome to Locked On Big 12. I'm Drake Toll from America's #1 Big 12 podcast, Locked On Big 12. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. The Athletic has released an article saying that CST, College Sports Tomorrow, comprised of 20 major leaders in college football, told The Athletic there are plans to possibly create a super league in college football. What this would do is take the top 70 programs, direct quote from The Athletic's article, would take the top 70 programs, all members of the 5 former major conferences, plus Notre Dame, a new ACC member, SMU, as permanent members of this super league of 70 teams, and all 130 plus FBS universities would be involved in some sort of relegation. It also mentions in the article there would be no more conferences. That would go away, but instead there would be 10 team divisions, 7 10-team divisions joined by an 8th division of teams that would be promoted from the second tier. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get down to the part that actually matters. Leagues have been, here we go. You ready for this? Leagues have been hesitant and canceled meetings so as to not upset their current broadcast partners, including ESPN and Fox. So far, planned dinners, this is a direct quote, with administrators from the Big Ten, SEC, and Big 12 were all called off. Look, let's get, like, this is, you read the headline, right? You read that, like, Super League, and then you get into the article and it says, but also nobody really wants to do this. It's just 20 people who are fairly, like, decently powerful in the grand scheme of college football that think it'd be a cute idea, would possibly save the sport. And now we could relegate or we could regulate NIL and the transfer portal and all that. But then you read down and it goes, everyone who truly matters, where the money actually is in this sport, the Big 12 included, won't answer these people's phone calls. My brother in Christ. When the money is pumped through ESPN and Fox, when these contracts last through the mid-2030s, when that is where billions now of dollars are filtered through and the college football playoff filters billions of dollars into these schools and conferences, why on earth would, and maybe I sound cynical, but why on earth would Ohio State, Michigan, Baylor, Texas Tech, why would anybody say, hey, I'm going to do the right thing, the altruistic thing, and we're going to go to the Super League and maybe make less money, but we can throw away, like this. It says in the article that they would do away with the NCAA, that the NCAA would just poof. We don't have to do that anymore in college football. And again, like, how should you feel about this? Your favorite commissioner's favorite commissioner is not answering these people's phone call and canceling dinners with them. They can't get a meeting with the powers that be. So before you go, like, people started sending me this article, like, oh, here it is. Here we go. Here it is. No, it's a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. There is the CST model would eliminate the long-time conference structure. Again, this is a quote from The Athletic. It would create one entity to negotiate prospective union that would represent players on NIL. I mean, in essence, this is a good thing. There parts of this are a good thing. But guess what? The Goonies, it was a fiction movie. It's not a real, like, the Truffle Shuffle didn't actually happen. Rudy, fairly embellished. Rudy didn't really play. Nobody really cared. Old Yeller dies at the end of the movie. Like, I'm sorry. Where we sit right now, from the standpoint of the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10, is good. I'm good. I'm fine. We're fine. So the fact that this article comes out, it's like, oh, people told us. We've been working on this one for a while. Bombshell. Here's this thing that could happen, except for the people that actually call the shots and pull the strings don't want to do it. It's not going to happen. There's no relegation. We're not about to say, like, oh, maybe the top 10 teams at the bottom tier teams can move up and Vanderbilt will go down. Ooh. No, it's too complex. It's too complicated. It does away with ESPN and Fox. And guess where all the money comes from? It's ESPN and Fox. Moreover, this isn't crazy far off from what Charlie Baker had planned. He's the NCAA president. When Chuck said, what if we do a super league? That was in essence it wasn't his exact verbiage, but it said, the top 30 to 40 teams in the country that can pay their players, that can pay half of their student athletes $30,000 apiece to be employees of the university. And the schools that can do that, schools that can invest that kind of money in their athletic departments, they will be the ones that call the shots. They determine what NIL is. They determine what the transfer portal does. You kind of create your own rules if you're serious about college football. That's what Charlie Baker, we've already proposed the Super League from the literal president of the national governing body for all of college football. And everybody was like, oh, cute idea, I guess. That's possible. And that one seems more realistic than this one. This is like Lassie Saves the Day. This is like Lassie Save. Like, this is have you ever seen Patch Adams with Robin Williams? It's got a sad ending. Like, not everything is John Q. The kid can't always live. I know I sound cynical saying that, but this is a nothing burger. I'm reading it here, and I get halfway down, and I'm thinking, I wonder if the SEC and Big Ten would buy into this. I wonder if they want to save college athletics, and they won't respond to phone calls. Like, before you read the headline, and it's here's the deal. Here's who I'm speaking to. If you're Texas Tech, you're okay. If you're BYU and Utah and Colorado, you're okay. The Big 12 is okay. The idea shouldn't be. I don't want you to get in your mind like, oh, now I'm really gunning for this Super League thing that's going to happen. No, it's not. No, it's not. Just don't. No hot air to blow up your skirt. Instead, eyes on the prize. Eyes up. Eyes up. Poaching the ACC is where the Big 12 goes to stay alive. It's not this happy-go-lucky kumbaya. Everybody hold hands and we'll all do this together. That's impossible now, especially because the two people that pull the strings, the two things that pull the strings, ESPN and Fox, are saying, hey, if you talk to these people, we probably won't be happy. So conferences in response said, fine, we don't want to forfeit our money, so we're not going to talk to these people. So in speaking to you, Texas Tech fan, you're good. Let's just keep it on with the whole expand with the ACC thing. Relegation's not going to happen in college football. If you are somehow a Boston College fan or Syracuse fan or Wake Forest fan who stumbled upon this and you're thinking the Super League's going to save us, it would. It's not going to happen though. Is the problem. Your SMU fan is like, man, we turned our back on the AAC to go to a conference that was dying. Oh, things look bleak around here. We're taking no money, no revenue either. Thank God the Super League's going to save us. Ooh, sorry, SMU fans. Man, it really pains me to tell you that's not the case. That's tough. Maybe I'm being the D word. A D word, not the. But I read this stuff and I think that makes me sad that we're getting people's hopes up. That we're reading this article and going, that's it. Super League, everybody's saved. Dire. College football's in a dire spot. Could this be the difference? No, it can't. Because anyone who truly can call a shot in this sport is just, again, I think it's hilarious. It's canceling dinner with these people. It's like they won't even talk to them. Oh, it's good. CST. I don't know. One top college football administrator claims CST is trying to buy college football. CST countered that it's only trying to create a system for football that in turn will result in the finances needed for non-revenue generating sports to survive and thrive. Come on, guys. We're not trying to buy this. We're just trying for everybody to be, we're shooting for world peace. That's what this is. I guess it's a good, you know what? I can't be mad at you. I can't laugh at you for trying to do the right thing. But guess what? In this world, the right thing doesn't happen. We're past that. We do the wrong thing. And in my world, where the wrong thing's an option, that thing is to go get Louisville and Pitt and NC State and Miami, which is still what I want the Big 12 to do. Today's emergency episode is brought to you by FanDuel. That's where I go to make money. FanDuel.com/lockdown. You go and you give them $5. You give them a $5 bet right now. And if it hits, you get $200 in bonus bets. That's right. Use it on the MLB. Use it on the NBA. Use it on March Madness even at FanDuel.com/lockdown. First time customers get $200 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet hits, put it on a prop, put it on like Cole Reagan's 10 strikeouts. I don't care what you do. If I have done that before and it's hit and it's made me money. And guess what? I like money. If you're like me and you like money, FanDuel.com/lockedon is where you got to go. I'm fired up. I'm charged up because I love FanDuel and they help me bet on Major League Baseball, which I enjoy doing. FanDuel.com/lockedon. All right, that's all. Just don't fall for the traps. You read the article and you're like, oh, neat, shiny. It's not. Okay. Just don't be gullible here on Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Come back tomorrow and do whatever. We're talking more expansion. Oh, it's just nuts, man. They want to lie to you. No one's specific in they. Don't sue me, please. This has been and always will be Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Go say grande.